Hey everybody, Matt here, and welcome to the first episode of Returning to the World of Warcraft. This whole guide is basically going to be designed for people that are coming back to World of Warcraft, the ones that have been away for a long time, and they want to get back into the game. They want to see what's changed in the game. Is it fun still? Can I pick up where I left off? Can I do this? What do I need to know for World of Warcraft now that was different from the way it was back then? So this is all coming from the perspective of myself, who just got back into World of Warcraft after being gone for 5 years. I quit the game back in 2009, and it's 2014 now. I quit the game 5 years ago. So I myself am going to be making references to the way it was back in Wrath of the Lich King and the way it was back in the Burning Crusades. So there's a lot of different stuff that has happened since then. They changed the whole crew that was working on the game back then. That they all moved them onto another project, and they have another design team that has come in and are working on the game now, and they changed a whole bunch of stuff. That's kind of where Cataclysm came from and whatnot. And uh and and there's just a bunch of little minor things. So for this beginning of returning to the World of Warcraft, before you even decide, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and pay for some time. I'm going to download the new expansions, and I'm going to get all of this new stuff. Before you do any of that stuff, before you even think about it, even if you don't want to come back to World of Warcraft, then you need to go and do this. You need to go to the BattleNet website. You need to go to the BattleNet website. Let's go on screen right there. You need to go to the BattleNet website. You need to either get a BattleNet authenticator, or you need to download the mobile authenticator app. Now, what this does is this basically gives you another means of security for your account. Because, I mean, even back in Wrath of the Lich King and Burning Crusades, I remember people that would get, every once in a while, people would get their accounts hacked, and some RMT, a real money trader, would hack their account and take all of their gold, take all of their stuff, sell it all, steal all of their stuff, and then they put it onto their account so that they can sell to people that would buy real gold, or buy gold with real money. So this is another layer of protection for your account. See, back then, you would put in, you log in and you put in your username, and then you put in your password, and you'd be in the game. Now, if you do this, what it's going to do is it's going to have you put in your email account, and then you're going to put your password in, and then after that, you're going to have to put in your authenticator code. So the way that this works is you download, if you get the app, that's what I use. I use the app. So if you get the app and you put it on your phone, you're going to push the app, and then you're going to log in, and it's going to give you a screen like this. See? Now that is my authenticator code, and see how there's a little green bar that's filling up? Okay, whenever that bar gets completely full, this number is no longer usable. This number is only linked to my account for that amount of time. After that, I have to push the button again and get a new authenticator. So this is basically like an active password that just keeps going and keeps going and keeps going, and it keeps changing. So, like I said, you have a totally new layer of protection on your account. And if you do this, whenever you decide to come back to the game, they give you a free pet. You get a core hound, a little rare core hound, which for right now, as of patch 5.4 and As of Mr. Pandaria, they added in the ability to battle pets, so that's like a really good pet to actually do that stuff with. So make sure you go to BattleNet. Like I said, if you're coming back or not, do this. You want to link your BattleNet account to your World of Warcraft account and get, if you don't have a smartphone or a tablet where you can get this application, you can get a authenticator, which is a little, it's a little keychain piece of plastic that has a button on it. That does the same thing, but you push the button and it gives you the number. If you've ever played Final Fantasy 11 or Final Fantasy 14, Square Enix is notorious for using this system. They're really good about using this, and I have never been hacked before, and I've never been hacked in World of Warcraft either. But I'm not going to take that chance. So make sure you do this. This is a very, very, very big one. So after you're done with this, the next step, after you've already done all this authentication, the next step is to download the client. Now, let's see if I can get this up here. If we go right here and give it a minute to load. There we go. Okay, so let me add in what this looks like. Okay, so if we go when we download the client, this is what you're going to get. And it tells you all of your has all your account management stuff on here, has all the news. This is, really good stuff. It tells you your friends up here. It tells you your account stuff up in here. It tells you what games you have installed and if there's any patches for them, all kinds of good stuff like that. So whenever you do this, if you don't have to install the game anymore. This is like a godsend. As long as you have decent internet connection, which if you're playing this game, if you remember, they would add in those really big patches, especially from Burning Crusade to Wrath of the Lich King. There's a huge patch. There was a bridge patch between the two before. It was basically like you were downloading the whole game for the expansion, but you had to buy the game to get to authenticate it and to make it say that, oh, I have Wrath of the Lich King. So now that with the client, you can just download the entire game. Don't ever have to install anything. Whenever you before activated your serial numbers and stuff, it actually activates to your BattleNet account. So they already know what you got. They already know what level status your account is good for, what expansion it's good up until. So you just download this and you type in your stuff, put in your authenticator code, you're good to go. That's it. I think on my connection, which I have this a 60 gig connection, it's I want to say I think it took me 2 hours. No, it didn't even take me 2 hours. I want to say it took me like an hour and a half. I think it was an hour and a half. Something like that. Anyway, it didn't take me too long. Download the whole game and download all the stuff that I need. They're not 60 gigabyte connection, 60 megabyte connection. To download the whole game took me an hour and a half, and then I was able to basically just log in. It already had all my friends on there and everything, so I was good to go. I would say 2 hours tops with doing authenticator, downloading the client, downloading all the stuff I needed. 2 hours tops, I was playing the game. You can also, the normal, how to update in your information inside BattleNet and to add in game time and all that kind of stuff. So I don't have to go over that stuff. But what did change was the friends on there. So now, these are my friends I got in here now. Now, whenever you're linked to your BattleNet and all this other stuff, whenever you go into a game, your friends list, if you remember before, you'd add in somebody's name on your server and it would add in their name, they'd be on your friends list. So now, whenever you do this, it gives you their BattleNet name. So whenever you're playing World of Warcraft now, you can chat to your friends from World of Warcraft to whenever they're playing Diablo, or if they're playing StarCraft, you can chat to them between games now. Also, if they're on a different World of Warcraft server, which is really, really nice, you can chat to them while they're on another server. Now, even more so than that, as long as you have this client, you don't even have to play the game. You don't have to do any of that stuff. As long as you have this client, you can click on here and chat to them through the client outside of the game without playing at all, which is super, super helpful, super nice. Allows you to keep in contact with all your friends and everything else. Like I said, you just have to make sure you have all your BattleNet stuff linked to all of your Blizzard games. But yeah, super, super easy. Now, another thing that you're going to want to get before you even start, and I'm telling you, this is going to be super helpful. You want to get the WoW Armory app. Now, you have to have a smartphone or a smart device in order to get this app. And also, all of these, the Authenticator app and this app, are both on the iPhone platform and the Android platform and Windows platform. So you're good to go there. But you want to get the WoW Armory. So when you get this, you log in, do all your normal stuff. But this gives you the ability to... Let's see if I can get this going here. This gives you the ability to chat with your guild. Right there. So you can chat inside the game through your phone. Like if you're at work or if you're on a long trip or whatever else, you can still chat to your guild, and then it allows you to see who all is on in the guild. Also, my favorite feature, this allows you to actually go through and sell items out of your inventory on the auction house on your server, which is so, so nice. You can also go through and you can buy whatever you want. See, it tells you tells your little character down here at the bottom and how much money he has, and you can go through and you can purchase stuff while you're offline. Like let's say you needed wool cloth for something and you were waiting for the price to come down. You can keep an eye on it this way. This is also real good when you're playing the game. You can sit there and check your phone so you don't have to run back to the auction house. Well, how much is this worth? Okay, I don't want to sell it on there because it's not worth it. I'm just going to vendor it. This gives you that ability as well. It has a talent calculator on here, so you can go through and check all your talents, or go through and figure out what kind of build that you want to make. It also has let me find it real quick. It has all the stuff for your guild on there, but even cooler. Let's see. Let's pop this up here. This has a full character screen, just like in game, that shows you your character and all of the items that you have on there. So if you're ever, like for me, if I'm up at work, I can show off like what my character looks like to my friends, and I can show off, and it's even, you can rotate him, see? And you can just click on one of these items, and it'll tell you what that item is and everything about it, and what the next upgrade would be for that slot. So that's always really cool too, because you can go through and show off what your character looks like and everything about it. So before you get started, before you pay for that time, before you pay for these expansions, everything, make sure to get an authenticator. That way your account can't get hacked. You're protected. You want to be protected. You don't want them RMTs to come and take all your stuff. I know too many people that have done that. In fact, I know somebody that recently got their account hacked, and they haven't been playing in 4 years, something like that. They got their account hacked, all their stuff got taken away or whatever. They were thinking about coming back, but now it's like, I don't really want to come back now because I lost all my stuff and everything. Believe it or not, he came back still, and you can still get all of your stuff recovered. They will once they investigate that you were hacked, you haven't been playing this game and everything else, they will recover all your stuff and they'll send it to you in your in-game mailbox. So, yeah, in Authenticator, then you don't have to install anything. Just get the client. You can download it, pay for some game time. Then you're good to go. All right. So I'll see you next time.